What's up, guys? MeatyLock here, and today we're back in action with another video, and you're about to get your daily dose of protein, baby. So, this video is no gameplay, but we're going to be talking about the new Phase 2 TLC coming up next week. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be splitting this video into two parts. The first part is going to be talking about the first three creatures. The next part is going to be talking about the next three creatures and also what's coming next for ARK in general. TLC is something we've been waiting for a long time. Phase 1 came out a little while ago, and they've been talking about doing a TLC patch for over a year now. Like, we've been waiting for so long for them to update the old creatures into the new creatures. Give them new updated abilities, make them look better, and Phase 1 was great. The way they look now is amazing. I can't wait until they go through. I don't know if there's going to be Phase 3 and Phase 4 and what, but I'm really excited about the future of ARK. So, first up here, we have the Argent. Now, you're going to see some pictures of stuff that they have. Unfortunately, I don't have any in-game footage of a lot of these creatures, and I don't have a lot of pictures, but you'll get to see before and after sort of stuff that ARK provides. Also, I'm going to be reading this kind of verbatim, and then I'll be talking about it afterwards. The Dino TLC will grant the Argent a new saddle that will receive reduced weight capabilities on obsidian and various other materials, and the ability to craft smithy items within the saddle. So this is actually really cool because a lot of people use the Argent primarily to get metal. Like, they'll have an Anki up at a mining area, they'll have an Argent that'll fly to the area, get metal, and take it back. And this is actually will help that, and it'll have a built-on smithy. I always liked, I think, what was the first thing that had a smithy? I think it was the beaver, wasn't it? The Argent will now be able to carry 2 additional passengers. This is amazing. I love it. Like, I've always been like, why don't, if ARK doesn't do anything else, they need to update all the creatures to carry multiple passengers, or at least most of them, because these creatures are gigantic and they should be able to carry a lot of stuff. One with its claws, so normal, and one in its beak. The Argent will be carrying heavier than current creatures in its talons, while its beak will be able to support the weight of smaller creatures. Okay, makes sense, just like some of the new creatures. Lastly, upon consuming a corpse, the Argent will receive rapid health regeneration, making this vulture a formidable aerial tank. Yeah, so the Argent is getting updated looks, updated abilities, reduced weight, and just all kinds of cool stuff. I'm really excited. The Argent is also one of the early game favorites for taming and transportation and everything. It's a really good creature. I'm excited it's getting updated. Also, if you look at this picture, the Argent looks amazing. It looks really, really good. Yeah, they really updated the way its face looks a lot more bird-like, very more angled. The feathers look way better, just like they've done on the previous furred and also feathered creatures. Body shape seems about the same. You can see that its head kind of sticks up a little bit further, and yeah, it just looks really, really good. I like it a lot. Tell me what you guys think about this or any other creatures down below. Okay, so next up we have the Spino. The quadruped stance of the Spinosaur has been a hotly debated topic since it first joined, and ever since. Those for the stance enjoyed its dog-like run, while those against it felt like it was not true to the real-world version of the dino. With the TLC patch, the Spino will now be able to operate in both a bipedal and quadruped stance. When on 2 legs, the Spino will move slower, but will be able to bite and use its claws to do increased damage, while on 4 legs, it will be able to move faster. Due to its affinity to water, the Spino will receive a buff which applies a bonus to movement speed, turning radius, attack damage, and health regen when fighting in water, and will last for some time after exiting the water. It will also prefer prime fish for taming over prime meat, and have an increased chance of gathering prime fish meat. Yeah, so everyone knows the Spino. You know, there's the quadruped stance, and then there's the bipedal stance. Anyways, I'm really excited about the Spino. It's going to be freaking awesome. I love the new looks. I love the new abilities. I feel like for some of these creatures, they probably could have done a little bit more, but I still think it's good. Like, it's still really, really good. They're doing a lot of work, and they're adding a lot of stuff. And like I said before, I'm just excited. I'm just really excited about seeing this. I will have a video on this once it comes out to actually show the new abilities and get some in-game footage of the update. Also, the turning radius in water, attack damage, and health regen while in water makes sense, and it's really good. It's going to make this guy even better in the water. And the Spino is probably one of the most versatile mounts in ARK because it's so good on land, it's so good in water, and now it's just going to be even better. If you look at the differences between the new Spino and the old Spino, the new one definitely seems way more streamlined. It seems a little bit more sleek. It definitely seems smaller, at least on when it's in the 4-legged stance. On the 2-legged stance, it's taller, right? It looks a lot better. Like, if you look at the head is not quite as long because it seems a little bit smaller, but it definitely seems more sleek. I think sleek is really the best term to describe it. Visual updates, I mean, it looks about the same as like when they did the Rex, you know, like the head, the face, the eyes, the nose, the snout, the teeth, you know. And as you see here, the mouth is a little bit open, making it seem a little bit more lifelike. And just everything looks really good. The cell and stuff, I mean, they added new, I guess, the bump map or texture map or whatever on the body, so that seems, you know, better. You know, I think it's kind of like probably the same graphics-wise, except for maybe the feet and the face. But yeah, it looks really, really good. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about for this first part of the video, or this first video, is the Sarco. One of the early creatures added to the game. Over time has become overshadowed by other predators. On top of its visual update, the Sarco will be receiving new abilities to better keep it in line with other carnivorous creatures of the ARK. The Sarco will be given 3 new attacks. A grab and roll attack. Makes sense. Crocodiles, alligators, you know, like that kind of stuff, they have a death roll, and I always wondered why they never added a death roll or like a lunge or something, you know what I mean? Like, because that's kind of what they're known for. They're huge creatures, they drag them under, and you know, like, they're dangerous creatures. Anyways, the grab and roll attack, also known as the death roll, with smaller creatures, the Sarco will be able to grab and roll with them in its mouth, while the larger creature, it will grab on and spin aggressively. So this kind of brings it in line and makes it a way more dangerous creature. Like the Megalosaurus and the other creatures that kind of stun you or grab you off of mounts. The berry, for example, like once these creatures started coming out, it made ARK a much more dangerous place. And now that the Sarco is also going to have this ability, it's going to be scary. It's going to be really, really scary. While larger creatures, it will grab on and spin aggressively. A 180-degree attack wherein it can attack something directly behind itself by swinging its body around and biting itself. So I guess that's kind of like a lunge. Not really. It spins around real fast and attacks. That's really good, though, because that means one of the bad things about creatures in ARK is the turning. You know what I mean? You get something behind you with something that has a shit turn radius, and it's really hard to, like, you have to back up and move forward. You get stuck on stuff, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. And seeing abilities like this really helps. I like it a lot. It also gets, oh no, it gets a short lunge. Okay, a short lunge attack where it'll be able to lunge forward to take its prey by surprise. So yeah, this is a lunge attack, really cool. Sarcos are natural deterrents for piranhas, making them valuable partners when traveling through waterways and swamps. The Sarco will prefer fish meats over regular meat for taming, and when idle will rest with its mouth open in a permanent toothy grin. So yeah, you know, crocodiles, alligators, they like to sunbathe and that kind of stuff, so that's actually kind of cool. You know, and what really can I say about its looks? It looks a lot better. The face area, the jaw, you know, the snout, the eyes, the scales, you know, the whole body has just been updated and improved. It looks really, really good, just like the other creatures. They definitely really try to improve the scales in the creatures to kind of make them have an appearance of being better, and they've improved all the faces of the creatures. I think it looks awesome. You know what would be really cool in ARK? Is if they could update AI to where not only to make them more dangerous and stuff like that, but to give them like sleeping abilities, to give them different idle animations, like what they prefer to do when they're not attacking or anything like that. Like trikes will travel in herds or something, or Sarcos will lay on beaches, you know. But what you see in ARK is everything's just kind of attacking each other and running around randomly and that kind of shit. That's what I really wanted for ARK when I first started playing it. I just wanted to be better. I wanted like more realistic. It doesn't have to be amazingly realistic, but it's more realistic, like AI basically. You know, creatures don't always have to be fucking killing each other. They can be laying around, sleeping, have day and night cycles, that kind of stuff. I understand it's complicated. They might get to that in the future, and I really hope they do. This TLC Phase 2 and Phase 1 is a great step towards that direction, but I hope they do eventually do an overall like AI update in the future, along with optimization improvements and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you checking this out. This is part 1. I'm going to do a part 2, and that's going to include the raptor, the parasaur, and also the trike. And also what's coming next in ARK according to ARK themselves, and some theories and ideas that I have myself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash the like button. I love your faces. And I'll see you guys in the next one.